tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?
Fight!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Fight for Truth News Network. And I'm your host, Mr. Nobody. And before we get started, we have to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Creator, the Most High. Today's topic is Omicron, the new strain of COVID. So let's talk about it. Well, we have a new case of COVID. So what that mean for us? Well, in my opinion, it means another shutdown. Because what happened when we had the first, cases of COVID? They shut this place down. We had to figure out where it came from and who it affected, who did it affect, and so forth and so on. But as of December 2nd, 2021, the White House has announced that the U.S. has received its first case of the new version of COVID, which is Omicron. And I don't know much about Omicron. For me, it just popped out of nowhere, But they say it's a new form of COVID. For one, we have to know where did it come from, and soon enough they're going to tell us, far as the case that's being detected here. It's bad enough that we had COVID, and with COVID, they put all these guidelines in place for us to be safe, as far as wearing masks, vaccines, being 6 feet apart, etc. But what are the new measures they're going to put in place, quote unquote, to make us safe, the general public? Because like I just illustrated or just said before, we still have, those, quote unquote, security measures to keep us safe from the COVID. But now we have a new strain. So what does the new strain mean for us? Well, in my opinion, I think that the new case of COVID, the Omicron, I think it's just an excuse for them to lock down the nation for the final time. I don't know when they're going to do it, but I do know that it might be one of their excuses for locking it down. Omicron. It's like, where do they come up with the names? I have a lot of questions. I see Omicron, then I also see on social media that, social media, they're making a joke out of it already. They made Omarion, well, they got him trending on Twitter, for the new form of COVID, the Omicron, because it sounds similar to Omarion. I don't know, for those who might understand it, but that's the new thing. They're making fun of a deadly disease that is going to, this disease is going to, it's going to change the way we we live and the way we do things. Excuse me, in the general public, the masses, the way we just live life. It's like when they come up with a disease, they came up with security measures and antidotes, quote unquote, to help us, I guess. But it's all so sudden, as far as the first form of COVID. It was just so sudden that they came out with all of these security measures to keep us safe in such a short period of time. And for those who might look at it like it's a double-edged sword, and for those, it pretty much is. They say it's a disease, and in some cases they might be even putting out the disease itself. They might be even putting it out themselves to make it a fear tactic. It's like I saw someone caught it, or I know of someone that caught it. It's serious. We have to take it serious. And when they put it on the media, it's a done deal. The media helps sales wherever they're pushing to the public. It what makes it become real to us. As of December 2nd, 2021, the White House has announced that Omicron has hit the U.S. I repeat that. December 2nd, the White House has announced that the U.S. has received its first case of the new form of COVID, Omicron. I don't know what Omicron is or what it's supposed to do, as far as being a disease. I haven't been briefed on it, and I will keep you updated as I become updated on the topic, on the disease itself. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand the signs. It's like, the COVID didn't scare them. Maybe the Omicron would do it. With all of the diseases in history, it's still, the general public is going to do what they're going to do. As far as, it's like the government want to shut this place down. They want to put certain guidelines in place for the public to live by and abide by. But for the most part, the public is going to do what they're going to do. They want us to stay 6 feet apart, wear masks, get vaccinated, quote unquote. But like I say, the public is going to do what they're going to do. And it's up to us who have critical thinking to just see this thing for what it is. But I see it for more than the average person might see it. I see it as a sign that, okay, we know what happened with COVID when it hit the first time. We had shutdowns. We had, it took this place by storm, just out of nowhere. People was getting sick, they were shutting down restaurants, airlines, just everywhere. They were just shutting down everything. And it was just a test, in my opinion, to see how the general public is going to respond to the real thing, because I never believed that COVID was the real thing, because I don't know, I'm just a white guy. Just like they came out with COVID, just the name itself, is trademarked, and I'm asking myself who would trademark a name for a disease, and just like Omicron, I'm pretty sure it's already trademarked, even though we're just not hearing about it. But be on the lookout, ladies and gentlemen, for this new form of COVID that's called Omicron. And I don't know what it's supposed to do, And like I always say, just be safe and be cautious of your surroundings and who you encounter. Because just like we're fighting a good fight for the Most High, and for those who I'm gonna say this, I'm just fighting for the kids. The grown-ups, it's too much information out there for them not to make an informed decision. But it's up to us that that care, But like I said, I only do it for the kids and for those that's like-minded and like talking about the situations. But it's a new form of COVID, ladies and gentlemen. The original form, we know what it did. If you're living on this planet, you know what I'm saying? If you're not living under a rock, you know about COVID and the effects of it. But it's a new form, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be much more deadly than the first form. So just be cautious, ladies and gentlemen, and develop a relationship with the Creator. If you have one, make your relationship better than your relationship yesterday, because we just living day by day, just trying to make sense of it all. With every day that passes, they come up with so much to keep our attentions, and they're doing a good job of it. And understand that it's all by design. I don't believe in coincidences, and I don't advise for other people to believe in it or just think that it happened by coincidence or by chance. These people have planned things out for a very long time. It's like they plan and overplan, and they're very strategic in their plans and efforts for world domination. And I have to give credit where it's due. They're very diligent in their quest, even though they're not going to succeed. Well, for a time they're going to succeed, but but just like they're diligent for their cause, we have to be diligent in our cause and for the Most High, because it's only two sides to this coin. You can't ride the middle, but we have to be more diligent. We have to be more strategic. We have to also plan like they're planning, and think 2 or 3 to 5 moves ahead. But until the next time, be safe,